man, it's what we always talk about with folks looking at Amada. They say, and I'd love for you to chime in on that. You're doing it right now. So I had a question. This gentleman that is looking at the business, and everyone usually asks, they say, okay, what is the one thing I need to make sure I do to make sure I don't fail? And you talked about, making this transition from corporate America to starting a business. The only reason people don't is that fear.
Yes.
That
and finances.
That's true. And finances, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. Finances. What the other thing you talked about is, well, what would I do?
Right.
Well, I'm not an inventor. I don't have this light bulb,
Exactly.
right? Okay, so just general fear. I'm not an inventor. Finances. So there's more than one reason.
Yeah.
But
And you have to be bold to make that kind of.
yes,
And
to
I
make
would
that
not
jump.
consider myself a bold person, but I was just in that point in my life that it was good timing.
Yeah, I think you've always been a bold person. I think it's just after 25 years,
I settled in.
I think the
Yeah.
boldness gets kind of knocked out.
Yeah.
Because and in fact, and probably not rewarded.
Correct.
There's so much of corporate that does not reward boldness.
Correct.
And so taking a risk is so scary in corporate America.
Yeah.
So okay, so if I was to ask you, and listen, you've achieved so much in a short period of time. I know because you're so driven that to you it may not feel like that, but you multiply what you've done by another year, another 2 years, another 3 years, and I'm so excited to see where you're going to be.
Me too.
Yes. So what would you say to somebody that is looking at Amada Senior Care and they ask you, well, what is the one thing I need to make sure that I do to make sure that if I make this jump, I don't fail?
I think the biggest thing is that you can't give up because it's a crazy business.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at the beginning with my clients, I have stories that I couldn't even imagine. And it is tough. And
Mm-hmm.
even my husband is like, what are we doing? And I just believe in the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in this company and its leadership. And that helps rise me up and give me the motivation to do it. And then the other thing is you really have to be flexible because what you think may have worked one day, but it may not work the next day, and you have to make adjustments.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
You have to have that sense of urgency.
Sense of urgency, which is one of our values we talk about is urgency in all things.
Correct. You
and
can't
it's true.
sit back and you just have to keep trying new things, and you got to keep moving. And for me, it's about advocating for families,
Mm-hmm.
helping them age their way. And I would say that it's almost like I want to offer concierge service because I do so much more for the families than they can even imagine. And some of the people didn't even become clients because their family member passed away. But I've gotten amazing reviews from it. I've gotten texts that just make me cry because I know that I've helped them in their journey, even though it didn't end where we needed it.
Yeah, you didn't financially benefit from it.
Right, but
still,
I benefited so much because I view everything as a learning. And I had some people say, you're spending too much time. And I'm like, no, I don't think I am.
Yeah.
And I get to make that decision now.
I know, that is so cool.
Yeah.
You get to spend the time as much as you want.
Exactly.
Well, we are so lucky to have you as part of our family.
Thank you.
You're so accomplished and lucky also in the way that just cosmically that it all came together when you had that push and you had to make that decision that Amada was there.
Be bold.
Be bold.
Be confident. I went through so many years of learning how to drive business that I wasn't sure how those skills would move over, but it's been a great transition. Like I'm so grateful for everything that I've learned in my career because I think it would have been much harder transition. I'm not scared to talk to people. I'm not scared to present things that I might not know 100% about.
Right.
Fake it till you make it. But I do my research. I have incredible people that I work with and meet every single day. So I couldn't be more grateful. And it's so much greater to sell a service rather than a product. And make a difference in people's lives.